A little bit about your organization.
Well, Asian Human Services is a community health based program, and we aim at health issues, and most of our residents are in the metropolitan Chicago area. Our programs play a big role in ensuring the immigrants and refugee community maintain high quality of life. As you know, most immigrants, when they come into the United States, they have a lot of stigma about certain issue, language, health issues. They don't know where to go. So Asian Human Services came up with this idea of focusing on them to ensure that they have all the answers that they need. So that's what we do.
Okay. How long have you been a part of this organization?
I've only been there for 6 months, but I have been doing community health programs for a very long time. I was doing something different totally, and it drew me back to community health because the programs that I run are very dear to me. Like breast and cervical cancer is very dear to me in the sense that I'm a breast cancer survivor myself.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I was cleared about 7 months ago, and I'm doing so well. So part of my journey is I opened up a group of women to talk about our journey together. So we had formed a group called CSFT. Okay. It's Cancer Survivors Fighting Together. So all these women who are in this group are women that have gone through a breast cancer journey. Some had lumpectomy, some had mastectomy, all different kinds of issues.
Can you I heard of mastectomy. Is that the correct way of pronouncing it?
Yes, mastectomy.
Okay, and what's the other one you said?
Lumpectomy.
Can you break that down for my listeners and tell them what that is?
Sure. The difference is lumpectomy is when you just have a partial, if you have a lump in your breast, a cancerous lump in your breast, and instead of taking the whole breast out, they just do a partial and take the tumor out and then close it up.
Okay.
And then mastectomy is when they just take the whole breast out.
Okay.
It all depends. Sometimes it's a doctor's advice, depending on how your cancer is spread out in your breast. And sometimes it's your choice.
Okay.
Because you don't want, most of the time, breast cancer comes back. Mm-hmm. So most people would rather just do a mastectomy so that they don't worry about it coming back.
How did you know that you had breast cancer? Did you notice a lump and you just overlooked it like most young girls? Because you look, I'm not going to, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady, she looks like she's around 32 years of age, around 32.
No,
30.
I'm 48.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. When did you notice that you had breast cancer?
I actually noticed it in 2012.
Okay.
2012. I had a small lump. It was as small as a grape. Mm-hmm. And I just overlooked it. Like you said, most people just think they can self-diagnose themselves. I just said, oh, maybe it's just a fatty tissue, and I let it go.
Okay.
I went home to Zambia. I'm from Zambia.
Okay.
So I went to Zambia on vacation for like 2 months. And then whilst I was there, I started feeling funny because I was always tired. So I was blaming it on the heat. And then by the time I came back, the lump was really, really big. It was as big as a golf ball.
Oh, wow.
So I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor for something else. I actually went there for my pap smear.
Okay.
And again, I went for the pap smear, and I didn't want to talk about the breast, the lump in my breast. So finally, I just mentioned to her, I said, you know what? I have something in the right side of my breast. I don't know what it is, but I think it's nothing. So she did like a clinical exam.
Okay.
And then she told me that, you know what, this is not my expertise. So I think I have to send you somewhere where they can tell you exactly what it is. And sure enough, when I went there, they did, the whole lineup of tests.
So
and
how
came out
did you
positive.
feel? How did you break it to your family that you possibly have breast cancer? How did you break it to them, and how did they take it?
Um, they, I'm pretty strong. I'm a very strong girl. I've
Okay.
always been a very, very strong girl, spiritual wise
Mm-hmm.
and just health wise. I've very been strong. So, I have a friend who who's going through the same, but hers is stage 4 breast cancer.
Oh, there's different stages?
Yes, there's stages. There's stage
Wow.
1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4.
What's this?
Mine was stage 2 plus,
Two.
almost stage 3.
Okay.
So she had breast cancer way before I had it. So she's one of the people that she's a very strong girl. She's a very spiritual girl. So I knew she was the first person I was going to call and ask her, what do I do? Then she told me, just come down and ask all the questions that you need to ask, and then take a deep breath and then call your family and tell them. So the first person that I called was my brother because he's a nurse. We have 2 nurses in the family. So I felt comfortable. I knew that at least I could ask them for advice. And that's what I did. And the rest is history.
Wow. So you're a survivor of breast cancer. So you didn't get your full breast removed.
No, I had lumpectomy.
Okay, you had a lumpectomy.
Yes,
Okay.
lumpectomy. Yeah, mine was lumpectomy, but I still have to go back for like breast adjustments,
Okay.
because when they did the lumpectomy, they you kind of like
Offset.
offset. Yeah.
Okay. I know my mother, she's a breast cancer survivor, but she had hers removed.
Yeah.
And she didn't tell us, we didn't even know, and like, oh yeah, I got, like, you want to see? I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. But I found out that Richard Roundtree, the actor who plays Shaft,
Yes.
he had breast cancer. I did not know men are able to contract or get breast cancer. So men, all my male listeners, please listen, because this is very important. So you found out that you had breast cancer. I take it that you went through treatments and everything.
I did through, I went through all the treatments. I did.
Was it through this organization that you?
No, I came to this organization after I was cleared.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give back to the community
Okay.
what I went through, so that people shouldn't be on the other side of the table. So that's why this is very important to me and to the listeners. Last weekend on Saturday for Black History Month,
Yes.
we had a workshop for breast and cervical cancer, and we had a wonderful lady who came from University of Illinois. She's a breast cancer navigator who came to talk about what you should do,
Wow.
what you should look out for. And I'm so, I wish I met you before then,
Yes.
because then you could have advertised, so most people could have come there and asked all the questions that they needed.
Are they having another event anytime soon?
Yes, that workshop was conducted by me through Asian Human Services.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to be running another workshop very soon.
Okay.
And when I do, I'll definitely get in touch with you and let you know. And then aside from breast cancer, I run a program called ADAP. I don't know
Okay.
if you're familiar with what ADAP is.
I've heard of it. I'm not quite sure. I don't want to. ADAP, is that medical insurance or something?
Yes, it's an insurance for people who are living with HIV/AIDS.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
It's assistant for HIV/AIDS drugs.
What does ADAP stand for?
Assistant drug. It's ADAP, like I gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
AIDS Drug Assistant Program.
Okay.
That's what it stands for.
So AIDS Drugs
Assistant
Assist Program.
Yes. So this program is for people that have HIV or are going through HIV/AIDS, and they don't have a job, they don't have insurance. Illinois Department of Public Health want them to be medicated.
Okay.
So they qualify even if they don't have any kind of income.
Now, let me ask you this question. With you being a breast cancer survivor and you working in part of this organization, I take it that you have your surroundings around a lot of individuals. How does that protect you health-wise? Does that? Are you afraid that you might reactivate your breast cancer or go? No.
No. Because I think the whole purpose of you being a project coordinator is to speak what you know about, the disease.
Okay.
Like, say for example, breast cancer. I'm a walking miracle. I went through it. It doesn't run in my family.
Wow.
So I wasn't a risk person, but I got it. I even did a test called a BRCA test. It's BRCA analysis.
Okay.
It just determines whether breast cancer runs in your family. And I tested negative.
Wow.
So which means I was just one of the unfortunate numbers that will get breast cancer without.
But you're
running.
But you're a very lucky survivor because you did not have to have your breast removed. You
No.
just have to go and get checkups every now and then.
Absolutely,
But
yes.
not like most women; they'll lose their whole entire breast.
Absolutely,
Did
yes.
Did you go through a bout of depression or anything at that time?
Yes, it's part of. That's why I think it's called a journey.
Okay.
It's a journey for a reason. You go through all those humps in your life.
Did you start blaming anybody? Did you start thinking, why God, why me, or anything?
Not really, because I think 3 sessions of my chemo, I hit early menopause.
Wow.
They had told me already that the chemo that they were putting me on was very strong.
So do you have children?
I have a child, yes, who's 13 years old.
13. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So one of the things that they tell you is there are certain things that are going to change. Mm-hmm. So they make sure that you know about those changes before they occur, because they don't want you to freak out and get into a depression mode. Yeah, I can't call it depression, but I have ups and downs.
Okay.
I don't look the same way I used to look before I had cancer. And so obviously those are things that I see all the time.
Okay.
And those, like cuts and bruises and dings and dents on my body are a reminder of my survival journey.
Okay.
But at the same time, I look at them and they worry me, like, are they ever going to go away? Is anybody going to accept me with these dings on my body?
Okay.
Those are some of the things you go through every now and then. But overall, you're a survivor for a reason.
Okay.
You're strong. You have to be a voice to all the women.
So now you are the project. You're the project coordinator at Asian Human Services. What else? What other services do they provide?
We have a whole bunch of things that we do. We have healthy living.
Okay.
We have VR, which is deals with disability. We have prevention and care for HIV,
Okay.
hepatitis B prevention, school-based programs for violence.
Okay.
We have CPR training, and then we have referrals for tobacco quittos. And we have a lot of health fairs that we do.
Did you hear that? All the smokers, they have a program for you smokers. Don't try the non-smoking cigarettes now.
Exactly. So for HIV care, we help with housing advocacy.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're HIV positive and you're our client, we put you on the list for housing.
Wow.
And we do the DRC home visits for people living with HIV.
Did you do the testing there too?
We do testing. We do swab testing. We don't do blood draws.
Oh,
yeah.
What's the difference between the swab and the blood?
We do the swab testing, and then once you test positive with the swab, we send it to the lab for a confirmatory test, so that when it comes out positive, we're for sure that you are positive. Then you go to...
Is that more effective than the blood?
No, it's both effective, but we just want to do a confirmatory test after we do the swab.
Okay.
Because the swab comes out positive, but we want to make sure that the client knows that, there's another part of the testing, which is the confirmatory test.
Is this service free of charge, or do they have to pay for it?